one of the most necessary elements, if not the most necessary element that we need in our life to survive. So do we know enough about it, and are we qualified to actually use it the best way? So today come with me to explore the fascinating world of respiration and how to use it effectively. Let's start with the basics. What are the necessary or the main organs that gets involved in the respiratory system? We have about 7 main organs. One is the nose, the mouth, the pharynx, the larynx, we have the trachea, the bronchi, and the lungs. However, these organs combined do a lot of different functions, such as protection from dust or microbes using mucus or the cilia, which are a kind of a micro hairs that we have, which gets involved in our protection. The other function that we have is gas exchange. We enter oxygen and we release carbon dioxide that we don't need. The third one is assistance of the olfactory sense, because the respiratory system assists our sense of smell. The fourth point is our vocals, production of the sound, because there is a voice box right here, and also it's named the larynx, that is responsible for almost all of the sounds that we use. The reason why I didn't say all of the sounds comes from the larynx, because the other ones come from the mouth or other parts of it. So now let's discuss one of the key elements and definitions about respiration, which is what is the difference between inspiration and expiration. Inspiration is an active phenomenon where the diaphragm and the ribcage muscles, the muscles that are responsible for our breathing, actively move so they can create more space in our lungs, in our chest. And the opposite side, the expiration, is more of a passive phenomenon. The rib cage and the lungs goes back to their original volume. So like that, the air goes out. And when I say the air, mainly it's carbon dioxide, which is the waste gas that goes out from our body. So you can think of your breathing process as a fueling mechanism. There is the oxygen that gets in through your mouth, goes to your lungs, goes to your bloodstream, to every cell of your body. Then there is the gas exchange. So the cell gets the oxygen and gives out the carbon dioxide, which is a waste gas. Then the carbon dioxide from your bloodstream goes to your lungs, it gets out. So there is this gas exchange as a fueling process to our body. Now that we know the difference between inspiration and expiration, how many times do we need to go through this process in 1 minute? So for an adult, the physiological variation of respiration, the average for an adult is about 16 to 18 movements per minute. For a child, it's about 25 to 30 movements per minute. And for a newborn, it's about 40 to 45 movements per minute. However, before you try to calculate it yourself, you cannot calculate it while knowing that it's getting calculated, because unconsciously it will change and the results won't be as accurate. And now let's get into how to get that deep breathing that you want and how to get the most out of your breathing. First, make sure that you are in a comfortable position in your bed or in your chair. The second, make sure when you breathe, don't breathe just with your chest, but also your belly. So your belly and chest are both moving. Number 3, make sure to loosen your shoulder and any tight clothes around your waist. And also, the number 4, consider using the 4-7-8 method. So what is this method? 4 seconds of inhaling or inspiration, then 7 seconds to pause, then 8 seconds to exhale. This method can be used for different reasons, such as meditation, mindfulness, praying, or just before an exam if you want to reduce the stress or the anxiety. Make sure to use it. Make sure that the cells get enough oxygen and also eliminates the carbon dioxide so you are more present in the moment. And just an extra tip, and just to show to you, this deep breathing is very effective. Try to use it in a room that is filled with people, and you will find the difference in the mood of the others. When someone is using deep breathing, the others can notice very easily. And I'm sure that you have noticed someone before in a gathering that you can see that he's calm and he's deep breathing. This is the end of our session today. I hope that I've helped you with that deep breathing that you want. Make sure to heal, teach, and inspire, and see you in the next one.